Each of the blue lights you see here is a glowing, poisonous, predatory maggot that builds webs. And if you live in the US, you may have even been near them. Go out after dark in the southern Appalachians, and you may find Orphelia fultoni, the dismalite, the luminous fly larva of the eastern American mountains. An animal that, despite glowing in the dark, wasn't discovered until 1940. Orphelia fultoni is a true fly, belonging to the family Caroplatidae, a small group of delicate fungus gnats. The adults are relatively unremarkable, but the larvae have seized the attention of biologists because within this single family, bioluminescence has shown up multiple times around the world. But what makes Orphelia fultoni singular is geography. Across the whole of North America, it is the only bioluminescent fly known. A continent that hosts 170 species of fireflies and 25 species of glowing mushrooms has produced exactly one glowing true fly. It occurs through the southern Appalachian Mountains and onto the Cumberland Plateau, recorded chiefly from Alabama, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. Within that range, it is a creature of particular and exacting needs. Stream banks covered with moss, rock cavities, and the perpetual wet walls of caves. All of these have similar features. The foxfire fly needs darkness, so that its faint light is not drowned out. It needs stillness, so that the air does not dry it out. And it needs shelter from the wind, so that its delicate toxic webs are not torn apart. The foxfire fly larva is brownish and slender, only 1 or 2 centimeters long, and translucent enough that a careful eye can sometimes see its organs. By day, it conceals itself. At night, it emerges onto its webs and exposes its glowing body to the dark. The light does not come from the whole insect equally. It is concentrated at the 2 ends. The black bodies running from the anterior part of the larva back towards the middle of the abdomen were assumed for a long time to be the light organs themselves. But the black bodies do not glow. Instead, they are chemical storehouses of light-producing enzymes and other chemicals, which can be shipped off to the surrounding tissues when the larva needs to glow. Orphelia fultoni has a use for its blue light: predation. The larva is a builder. It spins sticky webs across moss over rotten wood and in the cracks between rocks. These are not the radial webs of an orb-weaving spider. They are much looser. By glowing in the dark, it draws small flying insects towards it, and as those insects approach the source of light, they blunder into the waiting silk. The effects of the light are selective. In experiments, small flies are especially vulnerable to the light, while wingless soil-dwelling arthropods, which do not navigate by light, are largely unaffected. The blue glow acts as a fishing lure, and the prey it catches are chiefly the small winged insects of the damp night air, midges, mayflies, caddisflies, and such, with the occasional cannibalism. The trap has a second dimension. The larva's web is covered with tiny droplets of clear fluid suspended on the threads, and these droplets are filled with oxalic acid. When a struggling insect disrupts them, the droplets rupture and spill their toxic contents onto the prey, subduing it and beginning predigestion. The female lays sticky brown eggs that adhere to walls, overhangs, and cave ceilings, and these hatch after a week. The glowing larva is the bulk of this insect's existence. The larval stage typically lasts 6 to 9 months, and it is the only life stage at which Orphelia fultoni feeds and the only stage that glows. The larva is also remarkably tolerant of hunger. It can survive long stretches without eating, an adaptation suited to the feast or famine existence of a predator that depends on whatever happens to stumble into its web. Then the larva will use its sticky threads to construct a protective barrier, suspend itself within, and encases itself in a pupal skin, from which after about 2 weeks the adult emerges. The adult fly does not feed at all. It lives only long enough to reproduce. Adult males seek out female pupae to attend, mate with the females as they emerge, and then die. The female lays her eggs, up to 100, shortly after mating, and then she also dies. For all its range across 5 states, Orphelia fultoni is most reliably and spectacularly encountered in one place, Dismal's Canyon, in northwest Alabama. This is an 86-acre national landmark, a sandstone gorge fed by a spring-fed creek and waterfall, and it is the home to the largest known population of this species anywhere in the United States. It is from this canyon that the animal takes its folk name, the Dismalites, and it is here that the public most often comes to witness the glow on guided evening tours through the dark. But the very specificity that makes Dismal's Canyon a stronghold is also the source of this animal's vulnerability. Orphelia fultoni is a creature of narrow tolerances. It requires perpetual moisture, deep shade, cool temperatures, and protection from the wind. These are exactly the conditions that a sheltered, spring-fed sandstone canyon can maintain, a fact that has been noted as part of what makes the Dismal's Canyon population so unusually resilient and the site so well suited for this species' survival.